You are now tuned into S.C.A.M Artist TV, and this is the Trap Card. If you're just tuning in for the first time, the Trap Card is a show where we discuss some topics, and then if one person will give their opinion, if the others agree, they'll punch with that person. If they disagree, they'll counter. If a person counters, we'll enter what's called a face-off, and those two will temporarily or have a brief debate on what the topic is or that point is, and then we'll move on from there. So today we're going to be discussing the trailers that happened this week. We had the Supergirl trailer, which is why I'm wearing the Supergirl, I'm not Supergirl, but Superman shirt representing for that team. And we are also going to discuss DC's Legends of Tomorrow. For our last topic, we'll just discuss DC cinematic TV realm in general because they are doing a lot, and we need to discuss that. So let's get started. So I'll start with you, David. What were your thoughts on the Supergirl trailer?
Well, I kind of went into the Supergirl trailer with like a bit of low expectations. I mean, Supergirl was never really my favorite character. Superman's not really my favorite character. But after seeing this trailer, I'm like a bit intrigued. It looked pretty good. I like how it's not going to be in the Arrowverse, yet the intro starts almost exactly the same way as Arrow does. That's kind of annoying, but what can you do? But it looks good. It looks like, you know, the effects aren't over the top, and they don't look really all that cheesy and whatnot. You know, and it kind of, you know, it looks like it, you know, it'll reference Superman, but it won't reference Superman, if that makes sense at all. But I'm intrigued. I want to see what it looks like. A lot of people I know are complaining it looks like a rom-com or whatever, but and it's a Supergirl show. What are you really expecting when she's not being Supergirl? It's got to be like a rom-com or something.
Okay. Jen, do you punch or counter with this man, David? Durf. Get old Durf in this.
I counter.
Okay, hold that thought. Flip, you punching or you countering?
I don't know what he said. Did he say that he liked it or didn't?
I don't know. Old, not paying attention to us.
Hey, bro, I had points to get wrong. I mean, I'll just punch because I don't know what he
said. All right, Jen, let's go to you, bro.
All right. Well, shit looks whack. I'm gonna be completely honest. It looks whack. It looked like a bullshit ass romantic comedy with some action in it to me. Like, the shit opens up with motherfucker asking her, "Hey, you wanna go out?" "No, I had a date." "Bitch, no, you don't. Shut up." And then she comes out back, tells the secret. "Oh, I'm Supergirl," because her best friend plane was about to crash. I get it, but to me, it just looks so blah. Feels like the producers of fucking what's that show on Fox, The Girl Next Door or some shit. That's what it feels like to me. With some action in it.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and punch with David though. I went in with low expectations also. I didn't think this was going to be a good show at all. I did know the actress who came over from Glee. I like her work, so I didn't have any concerns with her in particular. Also, her older sister is a character from Grey's Anatomy, and she's a good actress as well in general. So I didn't have any concerns there. I guess if I had any major concerns, it's the fact that they turned Jimmy Olsen into a black character, but this is starting to become a trend nowadays where they're turning traditional white characters into black characters. But after seeing the trailer, I actually gotta say I liked it. I liked that they didn't shy away from things because all the stuff in the CW verse for DC is all like shying away from like mainstream DC stuff. They're keeping it like very tight knit. They don't mention Batman. They don't mention Superman. But in this show, they openly discuss Superman. I mean, obviously it's a Supergirl show, so you kind of expect them to. But like at this point, I've just become accustomed to them not talking about Superman. So like it feels like the worlds have been separated. So I'm kind of glad that they allowed them to mention Superman. So I was really kind of excited about that. So also, like, you never get to see like a Supergirl show. You always see these shows about Superman. Like, we've seen Superman shows like a billion times now. So it's kind of like where we've seen many incarnations of Batman. I'm done seeing that. I want to see like an incarnation of something different, and this is like a first chance for us to get to see that. So it looks promising as far as I'm concerned. The comedy aspect, they're playing her up to be a nerd, so which is fine, or at least an upstart chick, so she has like, look, I want to get out there in the world. I want to be myself, and I want to kind of own me. I want to have my own identity, and I can appreciate that. So, David, so since he countered, you get a chance to counter back.
Well, I agree with a lot of what you said. Like it's time we see other people from the Super Family. Everybody knows Clark Kent's story. Nobody knows about Kara Zor-El or Connor Kent or whatever variation of Superboy you want. Get other people in it. Give some people some spotlight. Superman's crowding the movies with Batman. So get characters like Supergirl or Superboy or Nightwing or Robin or Batgirl or any of these characters that are background characters. Like they brought Huntress into Arrow. Give her more screen time. Why the hell did she leave? She was a good character, I thought. And all these people, like, that should really get more screen time, I think.
Right. I I agree with that. I just feel like that we're going through seeing these shows, and then characters are falling off and not getting the amount of love that they need. Like they just kind of, in a way, killed off. Spoiler. Killed off Roy's character in the Green Arrow show. They didn't literally kill him, but they removed him from the show. And I thought for sure he's going over to this DC's Legend of Tomorrow show. And then we see the trailer for that, which we'll go ahead and segue into that. And there's no Roy. And I'm like, man, like, well, what's going on with that? What are the plans for this guy? Why isn't he going to be a part of this show? So, speaking of Legends of Tomorrow, let's talk about that trailer. It also dropped this week, and I was very excited about that. But I'll go ahead and pass it over to Flip, and let's see what your thoughts were on it.
Okay, so I'm not familiar. Is that an actual team? The people that they put together for this show? Because it looked like something unique that I'd never seen.
To my knowledge, no.
Yeah, so I thought that was dope. It looks a little cheesy, you know what I'm saying? Just like Adam and fucking Captain Cold and whoever the other fire dude is.
Heat Wave.
Yeah, Heat Wave. I don't know. It was kind of cheesy looking, but like cheesy in a kind of dope way. Just the whole setup for it kind of made me want to watch Flash and the Arrow, which I should have probably been doing, but I didn't because I'm a grown ass man and I do what I want. But fucking, I thought it was a cool trailer. For the most part, it's dope to see all those characters together, and dope that DC is just like, fuck it, we just gonna like throw shit at the wall and see what sticks type shit. Like they just, they fucking just going for it. So I'm interested to see where it goes, and if it's going to be. I mean, clearly it's not going to have like the production value of fucking Daredevil probably, but it might get that network love though, with that and Gotham and shit like that. DC is doing some damage on TV. So.
Yeah. Okay. Can you punch or counter with Flip?
I punch and counter. It looked cool, but
get off the fence, son. You got to pick one.
I punched, but
hold on.
Shit that irritated me.
Okay. Well, how about you counter, and then you can explain your thought when I come back to you.
All right.
All right. Cool. David.
I'll punch. I think it's going to be a good show. If realistically, you got to look at it. Arrow, do you watch Arrow? It's good. Do you watch Flash? It's good. I don't think the show's going to be bad. They haven't failed yet.
Right. Okay. Jen, let's go ahead and hear why you counter.
I counter for the blatant Iron Man ripoff. Like, fucking blatant. Like, that shit is not, it's not subtle at all. Nigga, the Atom, or whatever, I did my research on him. This motherfucker does not look like that in the comics. And then on top of that, that whole billionaire with more tech than what he knows what to do with storyline. And then, that, the suit and the way he landed for while he was flying, blatant Iron Man ripoff. Like, and fuck you, David, point blank period, for even dreaming that Ray Palmer is better than Tony Stark. But
Yeah, this is unheard of. Yeah, I'm not going along with Ray Palmer is better than Tony
the
Stark.
Justice League wouldn't even say that shit.
Yeah. Booster Gold wouldn't be like, oh, fuck that shit. So, I agree. I don't like the Atom suit, but as far as this show goes, I think if I trust in the CW versus gods that have provided both Arrow and Flash, that I can expect this to be a good show. But I got to say, I'm more worried for this show than I have been for any of those other shows because it is a new thing. It is a new quantity. But like, man, some of the stuff it just looks too cheesy to me. Like Heat Wave and Cole being on the team, yeah, they might add up some, add in some funny factor. But like on the whole, like what are they doing there? And I think it's just because like they're like, oh, we got Dominic Purcell and Wentworth Miller. Like, why aren't we using these guys more? Why do we make them bad guys? That was your fault. You could have made them heroes to begin with. But anyway, I'm hoping that there's not too much comedy. You know that vibe that we all got when we first watched Avengers: Age of Ultron. We were like, man, too many people are making too many jokes, and everybody's trying to be the Tony Stark of the crew. That's how I felt when I was watching this trailer. Everybody had a joke or whatever. And I was really sad to see that Roy Harper wasn't there. I was really hoping that he would be a part of this show. I was glad to see White Canary, Sarah's back or whatever, but then they got a lot of explaining to do as far as like how some of these characters came back in general. Man, she looked good in that suit though. But I don't know. And they're time traveling. This feels like, and that guy Rip Hunter, he feels like a Doctor Who ripoff, and he may predate Doctor Who, but still, it just feels like unoriginal. So I do like that they're fighting against Vandal Savage. Now that got me hyped as fuck. Like I was just like, oh, y'all reaching in the Vandal Savage pot. Like okay, let's get this on and popping. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I am very skeptical about it. So. Hopefully that'll turn into a good thing and they'll disprove me and I'll be pleasantly surprised. So, but as for now, yeah, I'm gonna have to say no. It does not look like a good show to me. So that said, let's kind of piggyback off of what I said earlier and what Flip just kind of echoed is DC is really, really taking it to the TV. Like they just like took the bat and said we about to just smash this TV with plenty of shows. So I'll just try to count out the ones that I know offhand. So they have Gotham, they have Arrow, they have Flash, they had, at least for a season, Constantine. And I'm not talking about their animated realm, just their live action TV. So they have in the works right now Legends of Tomorrow and a new Titans show. So maybe Roy goes over to that show. Hopefully he does. And that makes more sense, actually, now that I think about it. Roy going over to the Titans show. But we have no clue what they're going to do there. So I don't even know if the Titans show is a CW show. And then they have Supergirl.
Titans is going to be on TNT.
Yeah, see, like, now I'm really worried again. It seems like the future of Roy is done. So, anyway.
Well, I mean, he could still go over there. It might just
he
not
could.
have the continuity. with Arrow. You know, maybe
True.
I don't know. I don't know how the
Supergirl
TV
didn't do
verse
it, even
goes.
though they teased that they did because they had that stupid intro, like the biggest tease in the world. My name's Kara Zor-El. Well, thanks for introducing yourself, like Oliver Queen and Barry Allen did.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I
all
was
right,
like, oh,
so
cool.
Shout out to Smallville.
so I guess what I wanted to discuss on the DC TV front is how do y'all feel about what they're doing in respects of TV in regards to what Marvel is doing in respects to the film realm? And I'll go ahead and start with you, Jen.
Yo, look at God smiling upon me right now, though. With this lighting.
Here's the way I think about the DC TV realm is basically they pretty much feel like they need to do what they have to do, man. It's fucking buckshot approach. We gonna shoot every fucking bullet we can and hope some shit sticks because Marvel clearly owns them in the movie realm. Clearly, they betting this house on Batman versus Superman right now to kind of close that gap somewhat, but I don't think that movie alone is going to be enough. So, and I still feel like their TV room is actually shaping up to be pretty dope. They're kind of keeping the same continuity. Well, for the whole Flash Arrow and Legends of the whatever the fuck the team of tomorrow is.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow. That shows you how much I plan on watching it. But it makes sense. It makes sense. They have a commanding lead over Marvel in the TV battle. So I feel like that's where they work. That's exactly where they work. So they might as well just stay in their lane and keep pressing forward with it.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got it in the movies, bruh. It ain't happening.
All right, David, you punch or counter with young Jen.
Oh, I punch with that. He was totally on point. Right on nail, right on the head. Like Marvel's crushing them in the movies. They gotta stick with TV at this point.
All right, Flip, you punch or counter with the man.
I mean, I punched because of the point that he made about Marvel winning, or the fact that they need to be able to attack other areas where Marvel's not strong.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think they have the most potential. I think DC to like just turn the tide on this shit completely because they own the rights to all their characters, so they can do virtually any story they want and not have to worry about anything. As opposed to Marvel, you're missing out on, the X-Men, Fantastic Four are essential pieces to almost every single event in the Marvel universe. You know what I'm saying? So without them, you're gonna have to just, you gotta fucking try and find replacements and shit. And DC doesn't have that problem. So I just feel like DC is, since this new battle started, they're playing catch up because they're really just still living off of the Nolan Batman trilogy. Even though I thought Man of Steel was easily better than fucking what was it, Rise of the Dark Knight or whatever, the Dark Knight Rises.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking bullshit one. But yeah, the TV realm is something that they don't have any comp in, really. I don't think, does Marvel have anything on network television?
I mean, I'm going to play devil's advocate and say that Daredevil on Netflix was great competition.
No, but it's not network television. It's it's instant streaming. It's
yeah, I know, but it's still in the realm of, it's still in the TV realm.
Is it really? It's like, it's not the same. You're getting weekly ratings on the CW and all that shit for the DC shows. You're fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at your man. Look at your man coming out to say why his movie was weaker than Man of Steel. But fucking
Man of Steel.
Marvel has Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they have
right.
Agent Carter.
Okay, they got those, but they,
Actually, they just had the best season finale.
I'm about to say, I don't know. I don't watch the majority of that shit.
Bro.
I watch Netflix though. I watched Daredevil, nigga, first week it was out. I don't want to hear shit.
Bruh, you missing out on some good TV.
There's too much good TV in the world that I gotta find time, man.
Right. I guess I'll just say that I feel that Marvel is losing the TV race. They are losing the TV race, but their step in the right direction with Daredevil just shows that they have the. All right. I guess I'll ask this question, David. I'm gonna pose this to you because I know that you've watched all the DC TV shows, the Marvel TV shows, and then you watch Daredevil. Where would you rank Daredevil amongst the DC and Marvel TV shows combined?
Um, it's definitely up there. I would say Daredevil is probably better than just about all. I mean, I'm kind of a little bit biased because I am a DC guy, so like Flash is my favorite show, but I think Flash is doing great things and they're really getting things like from the comic going well, and I really like the characterization. That's a whole different conversation. Daredevil, I would probably rank like second, or if I personally would think it after season 3, I would say Daredevil was better than Arrow. If I was ranking it after season 2 came out, I would say Arrow would top it barely, but Daredevil's better than Gotham. As much as I love Constantine, Daredevil's better than Constantine.
Yeah,
Um,
I actually feel like Gotham is a number 4 show right now.
yeah, I like Gotham, but like I don't know, Gotham was kind of a little bit of a
I
lame
mean,
thing.
in respects to like what type of serious shows we got, I feel like Daredevil and Gotham offer a similar style of show, but Gotham is more animated with their show than Daredevil is. Um, but I still like the villains on Gotham better than I like most of the villains on the other shows, because like the villains on like Cold, for instance, and Heatwave, they're just too cheesy for me. Like I understand campiness and I understand why people like it. I just don't care for it per se. I like characters like the Riddler and on Gotham. Man, that character is a fleshed out character, and they show his decline from being a quirky weirdo to being a killer. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the type of stuff that you want to see, and then it doesn't feel unrealistic. It felt like a real person could actually become this person that he becomes. Same thing with Fisk. I like the realism that we see in this show Daredevil. Um, but anyway, so all that said, I still feel that DC is winning the TV race, and like Jen said, it's in their best interest to continue to apply pressure here, which is why they're throwing so many things at the wall and trying to see if they stick, because they're like, look, we have a hefty lead on Marvel. We need to keep this. We need to keep this lead and then keep applying that pressure too. And without a shadow of a doubt, they own the animated realm. DC owns that,
I
but
don't know.
they lost.
They both lost. Like animated is dead for both right now for me.
You think so?
Well, okay.
The movies are good.
I mean, they're animated movies. I don't know. It's kind of like I don't really consider it like the same realm as the animated TV battles and shit. But I mean,
just feel
obviously
like
those are good. You know what I'm saying? Marvel's not fucking with them at all with that shit. I know they had some shit come out.
That was the problem. Was Disney took a hold of it. Like, yeah, Disney was able to make some gritty ass movies.
That's crazy because Disney got the arguably best animation in America.
Yeah.
I don't see why they don't. They need to fucking make an animated Marvel film.
Like these Marvel.
They have.
Cartoons, the Marvel cartoons that have come out after
Big Six Heroes was a Marvel based.
I mean, but you know what I'm talking.
No, we talking Iron Man.
We're talking about the hero, the superhero realm.
Oh,
because I mean, we're considered like everything we're talking about is their heroes and shit. You know what I'm saying? DC's heroes and all that shit.
Well, I'm just saying,
notwithstanding. But
yeah. All right, but here's my thought process on the DC animated film realm. Like, they own this shit, and it is dope, and they haven't fallen off. Like, most recently, they dropped Batman versus Robin. Like, that is an awesome film. Like, have you not seen that? Man, really? Like, what did you do?
I don't go out of my way to go watch the animated films because they only ever come out on DVD. And I don't like Blu-ray, but like I don't go out to buy them. Like I can go to the theater and go see Avengers or Batman vs Superman or something. I can't do that with the animated movies. I gotta wait till they're on TV or Netflix or something.
Or
or illegally get them.
Or
Uh,
illegally do it.
Not
yeah,
that
we're not
Trap Card
Not that we
sanctions
condone
that.
it.
we're not
We
condoning it.
said the
I'm
trap
just
Yeah,
card
saying
did
that.
not
Trap
condone
Card does not condone.
Nah, I don't do that. No piracy. My name
Right.
ain't Captain Hook.
Oh shit.
Oh, dropping
Oh,
puns. I didn't know we was doing puns today.
nice.
We're
Nice.
not. Dear God, we're not.
I didn't know you was Blackbeard in this bitch. Okay, okay. So anyway, um, yeah. So DC is applying this pressure. I think they're doing a really good job of it, and I have to really kind of agree with Flip though. In the cinematic realm for film, they do have the potential to turn the tide in their favor because they do own all their characters. That's something that people easily forget because you know that Marvel already has this command and lead, but you forget that Marvel has struggles because they don't own all their characters. Even like characters as obscure as Namor, I don't think they own the rights to him right now. So it's really interesting to see DC put this stranglehold on the TV realm. I love how the CW verse has created their own encapsulated universe, and they're doing really well with that. So, and this Legends of Tomorrow is just another stride into that venture. Uh, Most people don't know this, but DC is also supposed to do a TV show for Our Man on um, CW. So I'm not sure what's going on with that one right now, but that would be. And he's a very obscure character, which is probably why they're holding it up, or they may even cancel the idea altogether. But Our Man is like a C or D list Justice League, Justice Society member, and
Alright.
yeah, he has the comparable. He's comparable to Superman, but only for an hour. So it's
Yeah.
kind of awkward.
Yo, we need
All right.
we need Black Lightning or Mr. Terrific ASAP. Stop fucking around.
How would you guys feel about seeing a resurgence of, or more or less a live action version of
What, Static
Static
Shock?
Shock? Mm-hmm.
I'd love it. I'll
It
make
was
this last point
waiting.
because I
I'm
actually
sure
gotta
it'd be
go.
dope, even though I never watched that show.
But Shock would be awesome. Lucifer isn't that DC too, or like Vertigo or something?
Yeah, he is
That's DC
Vertigo.
anyway. So, all right, but I gotta run, guys. It's been real chatting.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
probably could end
you
it
guys
here.
are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
probably ending it anyway.
All right, well,
I'll see.
folks
Peace,
at
Dave.
home, let us know what you think about the new shows. Let us know what you think about Supergirl. Do you think it's going to be a good show or not? Let us know what you think about DC's Legends of Tomorrow, and let us know how you feel about the DC TV realm and how they're putting that together. And we'll get at you next time.